Filipino actress Dolly de Leon has become the talk of the town following her portrayal of Abigail in the award-winning social satire Triangle of Sadness. The film, directed by Swedish filmmaker Ruben Ostlund, recently won the Palme d'Or, or the top prize in the 75th Cannes Film Festival in France. Now, the film talks about how the world of the super rich and insta-famous turned when they got stranded on an island after the yacht they were on sank. And this is where Abigail's role became vital, and I got to speak with Dolly, and she told me what it feels like to be part of the film that won top prize at Cannes.
I wasn't expecting anything really, even if, we were getting a lot of really good reviews, because the festival, the Cannes, is very unpredictable, and the jurors change every year, so you never know how they're thinking. You can't predict it. So gulat na gulat talaga. Actually, gulat kaming lahat na kami yung napili. So, as they were calling the names one by one, tas hindi pa rin kami tinatawag, kami yung talagang may chance, yung gano'n.
But did you guys kind of have a hint that maybe, this year you guys were going to receive it? I'm sure the direct had that in mind, having won the Palme d'Or previously.
Yes, kasi ang style sa Cannes Film Festival, they don't have nominees. Parang it's assumed na lahat ng entries nominees yan. So when we got invited to the awards night, because not everyone gets invited to the awards night, when we got invited that morning, we knew we were gonna get something, pero hindi namin alam kung ano. So alam lang namin may iuwi kaming prize, pero hindi namin alam na Palme d'Or pala.
Okay, so once you had the award in your hand, what did direct Ruben say to you? What was your conversation like?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, kasi there were two people seated between the two of us. So when our film was announced, he stood up, hugged his wife, and then hugged the next guy. And then when he hugged me, he shrugged his shoulders. Parang yung subtext niya, di nanalo tayo, parang ganon. So, nanalo tayo. So, yung ganon. And then after that, I asked him nga na so what? Were you expecting it? Sabi niya, no, I was so nervous. But yeah, I was so surprised when we got it. But I knew we were getting something. Kasi si Ruben, he's very competitive. He really, gusto niya may reward lahat ng ginagawa niya. So, I think it was a really, really big win, especially for him, because he really knew he deserved it and he really wanted it so bad.
But what stood out also the most was your portrayal here as Abigail. I look back at all of the, the write-ups regarding the movie and you as well. It all stems out to you being an outstanding performer, a scene stealer. Everybody was like talking about how point on you were in portraying Abigail. What was it about Abigail, your portrayal of Abigail, that you loved the most?
I think what I love the most about Abigail, who's actually the toilet manager, so in charge sa mga kubeta, literally, was her turn, her character arc. Because she develops from this invisible nobody in a yacht to someone who is looked up to, followed, and who turns out to be a very powerful leader in this small society that they built among themselves. And that's always an exciting thing for me to play as an actor, is when my character develops. Yung hindi lang kami stagnant na straight line lang na parang we're just the sounding board of the lead characters. Here talagang yung character ko, si Abigail, she really turns the tables on everybody and causes a huge shift in the relationship between her and the other characters and changes the whole course of the story.
Where did you draw the inspiration for the character of Abigail?
It was a little bit, Abigail was more accessible to me because I was in that situation where I was in a foreign land working with non-Filipinos and not speaking my native tongue. So straight English ako doon. Minsan it does something to your head when you can't even put in a word like oo. Like for example, I'm conversing with them and then bigla ako mapapadiba. Like for example, they'll joke and they'll say, yeah, diba? Yeah, right. I'd have to translate my own words. So, mahirap. So, kaya ramdam ko yung plight ni Abigail because it's like I lived her shoes for a little while then.
Yes, and also with Abigail, I'm sure Direct Ruben also had a lot to do with that. How was the process like in terms of the director's point of view and how he helped you, held your hand?
Si Ruben kasi, from the get-go pa lang, sinabi na niya sa akin na I don't have a clear picture of who Abigail is. I want the actor to create herself. So, dun pa lang, sabi ko okay to. Kasi binigyan niya ako ng ganong kalaking freedom. Kung bigyan ka ng ganong kalaking freedom ng director, that's a big, it really adds a boost to your confidence because I really just went in there with my own interpretation of her. And then he would just tweak my performance in some ways.
You really stood out not only to the jurors, but also to the audience as well. And even in one interview, they asked, is that what it's like for you here in the Philippines? You are actually a breakout star in one of the articles that I read there. But here, parang you mentioned that, ay, hindi pa ako breakout star dito sa Pilipinas. I mean, maybe some of your roles were, a bit role, a mother of the lead, although you did win a famous Best Supporting Actress Award. For you, what do you think will it take for a person such as yourself, and I'm sure there are several others who have been in this business for decades and still have not been able, or in your eyes at least, be like a breakout star?
That's a very good question. I think that the only way to really have our dreams come true is to just keep on doing it, to keep working and working, and to, it sounds like a cliche, but never give up and keep doing it and doing it, keep working and working, because that's the only way we can really get better and better at what we do. Yun lang, wag lang give up. Sige lang, laban lang ng laban, trabaho lang ng trabaho. For as long as may offer, tanggap lang ng tanggap. Wag nang choosy. Kasi ganun din ako Christine, hindi ako naging choosy sa career ko. Tanggap lang ako ng tanggap kasi gusto ko lang umarte. Ang sarap-sarap umarte. So, go lang ng go. Tsaka, never look at what you do as something small. Everything that we do is big because all those things that we do lead up eventually to an end goal that we are all looking for. Kasi kaya natin kung marami na kaming Pilipino na umabot na sa international film setting sa industry na yun. So kaya nyo rin po, kaya nating lahat yan. Malapit na tayong mga Pinoy na magkaroon ng better representation internationally. We're all over the country, all over the world, di ba? So yeah, for me, panahon na natin Panahon na natin. Ito na yon. So I'm so proud to be a part of a community of very talented Filipino artists.
But another thing that we Filipinos are looking forward to you sharing with us would be this movie, Triangle of Sadness. You mentioned when we talked last that it was going to come out in September. Is that still going to happen?
I'm glad you brought that up because apparently that plan fell through. It didn't push through. They're still bidding right now. Not a lot. I think there are 4 distributors who are still bidding for it. And ngayon, ang problema nila, dahil nanalo na ng Palme d'Or, so baka mas, alam mo na, the stakes are a little bit higher. So it's a challenge, but I know for a fact that the producers and Ruben Ostlund really wants it to be shown here. And me, of all people, gusto ko mapanood ng mga kababayan natin to kasi this is really a triumph for the entire country.
We wish you all the best and we are happy with your success. Thank you so much. And congratulations once again, Dolly de Leon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Christine. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. You're so fun to talk to. So I enjoy myself when I'm here. Thank you.